somebody who's in school, somebody who's doing like a research report, somebody who like studies research and like has degrees and shit, man. Like an academic really is someone, a person, a human being who has an insatiable appetite for knowledge of self, knowledge of the world, knowledge of other humans, to question how we live and why we live that way. That to me is academic, right?
Nice. What is this documentary about?
This documentary is about what it's like living in the 21st century and the struggle that it is to find your true self.
So, make sure to speak up.
Okay.
What's your name?
Enzo.
And, what's your heritage?
Well, I was born and raised in Spain. However, I'm half French and half Dutch. My mother was born in Canada but raised in Holland. I grew up with some Spanish influence, French, Dutch, British, American, and Japanese. No. Because I had to decide for the first time whether I was doing the right choice for myself, and I had to choose whether I was doing it for myself or was I just deciding that I wanted to do something because everybody else was doing it. So it was a hard choice to make, whether to follow my friends and my siblings and do what they were doing just because, or I had to jump into the deep end and try out something new. That was not an easy decision. I can let them, if I could give any advice, I would let them know that everybody is somewhat creative, somewhat academic, but at the end of the day, everybody has an entrepreneurial point. If you don't know what I mean by this, I mean that everybody can make a business out of themselves. Make a business out of yourself, on your own. I'll say that one more time. If there's any advice I could give out there to people, it would be to reflect on yourself and not be afraid to jump into the deep end and take risks, because the bigger the risk, the bigger the opportunity. And something I was never taught is how to finesse in life, or rather, if I'm someone creative or academic or a bit of both. What I eventually found out is everybody has an entrepreneurial point. Anybody can make a business out of themselves and find their true passion eventually. Force myself all this knowledge that I'm being spoon-fed and force myself to these grades. I think grades, again, you asked me about motivation. Grades is a big part of motivation. People have to feel the need to have to get the highest grades always, right? It's much like this word again. Conformity. Even grades is included in conformity. In my opinion, not everybody needs to get the highest grade to get into success in life.
The guy that invented school, actually.
Like education.
I mean, why were schools created? That's like a deeper question.
It is, and I've looked.
Why
a lot
did that
into
guy have that question or that desire to be like, you know what? This is why children and young minds need school.
Yep.
We need to structure them in a way that adds value to our society, right?
Yeah.
And what do they need? They need to know how to add. They need to know how to write.
Well, it's changed
They
through
need,
time. Yeah.
but when it started, right? Like the whole idea of school was like very tied to the Industrial Revolution, right?
Oh no, school's a timeless thing.
No, what I'm saying, like
Adults have always
modern,
taught children how to live.
right?
But
Like,
and I think that's what's amazing is that when you say the guy who invented school,
you're talking about way back.
Or
you
women.
could think about it either way. But it's important to note that there is no guy who invented school. It's just adults sharing knowledge.
Yeah.
And there is no inventor. There is just that it's important. It's important for the whole tribe that the kids get the knowledge sooner so that they can go further.
But what kind of knowledge?
Yeah. all of it. Like whatever it
Exactly.
is that we have
it's-
found.
Now we're so smart.
I really
Now,
don't
like
know
now,
if-
the
if
evolution
we're
I think
smarter
that
than
we're
It's
at
funny
in the
because
21st
we're
century in
obviously
media,
smarter in a lot of ways.
computer.
Are we smart? It's subjective.
No,
But,
I don't know.
But none
I
of
don't
us
know if
know
we're
which
smart.
way north is.
It's not smarter. Is probably not the right word.
We'll play with that word.